Giving it to people to drink.
Yeah.
Jealous of my girthly?
Hey guys.
Dude, this mic is like right in front of my face.
You need to right in front of your face.
Yeah. Why you guys have like a million mics over there?
A million people over here.
Look at this. This is a mic distribution issue over
You
here.
and Keaton share. I'm making a
Alright,
share.
fuck y'all.
Hi.
Hey, baby.
What's up?
Jason's trying to take it.
We're back!
We're back.
Hold on, let me throw the pliers.
Wait, all that's
No,
Don't
we're back!
that camera's intense. All that's getting cut, right? All this is cut.
No, that's it.
No,
we don't
cut him out. Just cut Jason.
The intro goes.
I'm gonna put Yu-Gi-Oh over Chase while we're losing.
Good.
We're back with another. I know it's been a while.
It has. For us, it's been a while for us. Videos have been going up.
Oh, sorry everybody. This is like tomorrow for you.
It hasn't been a while.
For you, Greg, who you just watched all of our stuff.
Dude, they ripped us off. You know that?
Who did?
Kind of funny.
Greg Miller.
Greg Miller. They're reviewing the X-Men movies right now.
What the hell?
Really? Did they binge watch our...
Sue him?
Let's do it. Let's sue him.
Can we sue?
I mean, we had Shroud
To be
watching.
fair, I took the format from when they were doing the Avengers movies.
So we're just passing.
Hey, we were just joking about the suing thing. Come on. So, yeah, we
told me.
we
Hey,
just
now,
watched X-Men: Days of Future Past.
Yep.
We finished. What was it? First Class was the last one we finished.
Yes.
So
How did
No,
Wolverine
the
too?
Wolverine.
we'll go by.
The Wolverine is the most.
Which one was that?
That was the
Japanese.
Japan Wolverine.
Yapping.
Never seen
Yeah.
it. Still haven't seen it.
Terrible and
It's
What'd you? Well,
I think that one got the lowest
liked
rating
it.
from us,
It-
or from me.
yeah, I think
A 5 out of 12 or something.
So it
Big Daddy
wasn't.
Davis.
It
yeah,
wasn't
the
hot.
ratings are out of 12, by the way.
Why? Why is that?
Casey.
Why are you?
Why-
Why are you
what
the
do
way
you
that you?
mean? Why
We
is
have to
that?
rate
It's
it out
the
of 12.
rating.
So we rate out of 12.
Okay.
For those who don't know, we run over the plot, the villain, describe the villains, talk about the action, any comedy, universe building, and destruction in this case. References and Easter eggs. I have the order of how we rank these movies right here, so I'm gonna go over that real quick.
I rate it 5 out of 7.
In last place is The Wolverine.
Yes.
Maybe in y'all's last.
Above that is X-Men,
You
the
rated
first
original
one?
X-Men.
Wow.
Pretty shit movie.
Third from last is X-Men 3.
Yeah, that one did a lot of weird stuff.
I need to watch
Third
that
place
again.
is X2, X-Men United.
That was a good movie.
Decent movie.
Second place is X-Men Origins Wolverine.
I don't remember
Good
that
movie.
one.
What?
That was the one that we watched when I was first
Because
there for the first
until all of it's good
time. It
until
had the
the
weird
end.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Is that the one with
It's fun.
with
Deadpool.
Sabretooth? Oh,
Yeah,
that's the
Sabretooth.
Deadpool one. I
That's
like
the
that
one with Deadpool and he goes shh.
And then in first place is X-Men First Class.
Wow.
You let X2 be worse
I don't
than
remember any of them.
Wolverine.
Yeah, me
fair.
either. But don't tell
It
the
doesn't
audience.
matter though, 'cause this movie watched a while, so.
Well, they did too.
Spoiler.
So Casey, you want to run
What
plot?
we're talking about it.
You tend to run the plot for us. You
Yeah,
wanna, you wanna,
okay, so
let's do that?
the movie started a long time ago. It's like
And the
it's
galaxy
been a
is far,
couple
far away.
hours.
Nope. Started in the future.
Well, no, it's been a couple hours since I saw it. So, yeah, basically the plot of this movie is Sentinels. Like, you know, the guy who does the aliens thing? It's Sentinels. And they're wiping out all the mutants. And pretty much everybody's dead at this point except the ones that matter, which is like Charles, Wolverine, and Kitty
they're
Pryde.
all-
That's about it. So, Magneto's still there too. And they're retreating to like this mountain resort up in like the Himalayas, and they're like, hey, we got a great idea. Let's send Wolverine to the past because Kitty Pryde can apparently do that, and
Spoiler.
have him.
This whole
This
By the
whole
way-
thing is a spoiler.
Yeah,
By the way,
spoiler.
the fact that this is a review.
100% spoilers.
Basically have him fix everything because they're dying. They're all getting wrecked. Like, yeah. And then, so they send Wolverine back to the past, and he wakes up next to this like mob boss's daughter who he was probably banging, and
Allegedly.
and then he just proceeds to go look for Charles. He's like, ah, shit, what's going down? I need to go find Charles. What?
How did they? I just want to like, because he finds Charles, and then he goes, and they're like, all right, well, we got to break into the Pentagon. He's like, I know a guy. How is that just?
They
How's
don't
he?
ever touch on that.
How's he know Quicksilver?
They
He's like,
never
I know this
explain it.
kid that's real fast.
Yeah.
Never
So,
explained.
because it's between him leaving the military
Yeah.
and before he gets his fucking adamantium.
You guys jumped ahead way.
Well,
No, no, I didn't.
When he met
Not really.
Quicksilver, I'm assuming it's after X3, just stuff we didn't see yet.
Sure.
Well, it would have been.
Or during X2
It would have
and
been
3.
after. It would have been before the movie actually starts in Origins Wolverine, when he met Quicksilver. I would assume.
We didn't
Either
cover
one.
this. Hold on.
It doesn't
spot.
matter.
So Wolverine went to go see Charles, and then he said he knows a guy. All right, continue.
Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
yeah, another
and
thing.
then Charles Xavier can walk during now because he's using the sweet mutant heroin, blocks out his sick telepathic powers, wants to
Yeah,
walk.
apparently his super crazy mind is like, I'm too powerful to run
To
these
walk.
legs.
And that's
Turn
how
these legs
he's
off.
always been.
Beast.
And Gene was like that too. Like, I'm too
Oh, yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Another.
I just kind of unrelated, but I kind of think of Alakazam when I think of.
Yeah. Charles.
Yeah.
I'm so powerful, but I'm frail and
God,
so
just
tiny.
bones.
But yeah, so okay, so
They-
they
and then
find
they break
Quicksilver
him
and they're
out.
like, "Hey, dude, we need your help." And this guy in this movie, Quicksilver is like an Omega level mutant. He can stop
No,
time
he's
and just
not.
do
He doesn't stop
amazing
time. He's just
stuff.
running.
Yeah.
He's not a
Yeah,
mega
but-
level all speedster.
The thing
Casey.
is, he's so much stronger.
No,
He's so much
Quicksilver
stronger in this movie than he's ever been.
Yeah.
He's at his peak.
Well, his powers are
Absolutely.
displayed differently than we've seen speedster powers because this movie did it, and then Justice League has the Flash doing the same thing. That's how they display now
Yeah.
that speedster's powers work.
Well-
because how do you explain? What's he do? He moves really fast.
Well, that's the thing
Well,
too. Is like because they
how?
had this Quicksilver and the one in
In
Age
Avengers.
of Ultron.
Yeah.
This was the same year.
Because these came out the same. Yeah, didn't they?
Dude,
Yeah, this was the
Man,
same
one
year.
was way better than the other.
Yeah,
I
different.
forgot we didn't introduce ourselves.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
We got a whole. It's everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
you
Hey
know who we are.
everybody, I'm Levi.
Hey guys.
I'm so
Yeah.
tired
Doing
of
this
this
bit.
book.
Hey, guys.
That's it.
Right now.
Hey guys,
Alright,
what's up? It's
best
me, Lee.
bit, Levi. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
So he finds Quicksilver. They get into the Pentagon. They rescue Magneto, and then clash. Man, Wolverine and not Wolverine, but Charles and Magneto. They don't agree with each other.
And
Because they're basically
shot.
like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr.
Well, I mean, they agree that they have to stop.
See, they agree.
yeah, I
with
don't know
the
if you.
same thing.
I also don't know if you mentioned it, but he went back in time to specifically stop Mystique from killing Peter Dinklage.
Yes, I did not mention that because apparently that plot point would stop the Sentinels from
when-
being the bad people.
Yeah, when she kills Peter Dinklage, they said at the beginning,
They're
they
like, "Oh,
capture
he's our
her and they're like, oh, what a bitch, we gotta do these Sentinels, and then they like counter-engineer her ability to make the Sentinels be able to react to any mutant power all the
Yep.
time.
And they
Dinklage
just
in
keep
the
changing.
movie said it's like, I got some blood. It's like I need some of her spinal fluid to get this to work.
Man, so
What
you
are you
guys,
gonna
you guys remember in X-Men First Class, there was that mutant whose ability was to survive in any situation.
Darwin.
Darwin,
And then he died.
and then he
died.
immediately.
I could,
It's Sentinels kind of got that power.
I could survive in
Yeah,
any
that's
situation
fair.
Minus the fatal flaw
of dying.
of not.
I can adapt to anything until I
So,
can't.
keeping moving.
Just kind of blew him up.
Doesn't matter.
Keeping
it's
moving.
Powers specifically.
So Magneto and they're all out now, and so basically there's just this huge, big, just confusion of like, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna help stop this. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go kill this guy. And it's like, oh shit, she's about to kill this guy. And it's like, well, hold on, let's stop her from killing this guy. Let's kill her. And it's just this huge roundabout until finally.
Well, they're all revealed in
Yeah,
that
it's
scene.
like
too,
she
doesn't
because,
kill him.
because she goes to shoot him.
You're the worst.
Spoiler.
You're just like a bunch of stuff happened, and then the end
Well,
of the movie.
let's see. They get there to stop him at the thing, and then
He reviews it.
And then, also, it's spoiler alert. It's revealed that Magneto is in jail not because of the Cuban crisis, but because he killed JFK.
But then he said he didn't.
And then he said he didn't. He was trying to stop him
Alright,
because.
We're losing it.
Everyone, shut up for a fucking minute. This is your fault. You didn't
The timeline right now.
He didn't kill JFK.
He didn't kill. He tried to
Touched
say.
on timelines, yeah. Guys.
Oh yeah, we're not even there.
Listen, I'll get into
So
the timeline.
basically, the movie ends with the whole timeline getting erased because
other movies.
she didn't kill Peter Dinklage because Game of Thrones has to happen.
Well, First Class happened.
What?
X-Men First Class happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's before this movie.
Yep. Scott Summers told Wolverine to back off.
Mhm.
That happened.
Yeah, it's Jean Grey.
Oh, him and Scott and Jean are back.
This is
Why are you-
this is
why-
the plot summary,
What are
man.
you doing?
All
So-
the people that died never really died, so.
Yep. Nothing mattered. They had the Dragon Balls.
All right, exactly. So, okay, let's pause. So, at the end of this movie, they retconned everything. So, Levi, please explain to us what timelines still exist going forward, because we have to still watch Apocalypse and Logan.
Yes.
Apocalypse is
Those are
So-
the only two left.
before.
Those are the only two left.
Yeah.
And the next
Until
X-Men
the
film.
next X-Men movies
They've
that are
slated
in-
is-
Megan's
that are
just
in
like,
development
oh my
because
god,
Disney's
please let
trying
this
to
be
buy
over
them.
with.
But yeah, give us what
So
timeline.
here's how this happens, right? 1, 2, and 3 movies happen,
Yeah.
right? This is a direct sequel to 3.
Yeah.
This is the 4 to that
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
Days of Future Past.
And then over here, First Class happens,
Oh my gosh.
right?
It's kind of like
Yeah.
in front of it.
Yeah, it's before 1. And then this comes between First Class and X-Men 1.
Ah, yeah.
Yep. And because the way they change things, the original 3 don't happen.
And so Pinky
one
is left.
happened.
1 happens.
One-
yeah.
Kinda.
Kind of, yeah. There's nothing in it that makes it so it wouldn't have to happen.
This is what we're left with.
Yes. You're left with First Class, Days of Future Past, X-Men 1.
And all the
maybe
Wolverine films.
And
Origins,
maybe the Wolverine movies.
Okay,
They're kind of a
so
gray area.
Apocalypse takes place when?
Apocalypse takes place
Directly after this one.
after this movie, but before X-Men 1. It takes place in the 90s.
Yeah,
Wait,
90s,
no, this is
No, it takes place in the 80s.
this is First
80s,
Class,
yeah,
so
the-
it takes place right here.
It takes place
Yeah.
after First Class. Like
Yeah, after First
Well,
Class. but
After
before.
Apocalypse. Or
Because you've
after-
got-
after
They did the whole time.
this one.
And then Logan,
Logan now is the 5th one in the original trilogy.
I don't have those anymore.
You got a thumb, dude.
No, they're
That's
their
the
own
other timeline.
parallel timeline.
it's its own.
Because
story.
that's how
In
Marvel works.
Dragon Ball here, there are 19 timelines in Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
At least.
Is that
At least.
that's confirmed?
at least. Best math that can be done is that.
Best timeline GT.
This isn't that podcast.
There's
Fight
like
me.
14 million timelines in Infinity War, but only one of them wins.
Well, spoiler!
Another thing you gotta realize in Marvel, every universe is a time. Nope.
No.
Anyway.
Okay,
no,
so that's the movie.
Yep.
They just screwed a bunch of stuff up. They they had a pot of like SpaghettiOs, and they poured like Chef Boyardee and then that like roasted beef stew in there, and then they tried to take all the beef out.
So basically, what they wanted
All right,
to do
Casey got it.
was,
like that
Podcast
one.
over.
was wrap up that original group of people,
Oh,
and that's the way that they did it with this.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're trying
Come
to
back.
bring something.
They want to get
that
rid of all
fans
those
didn't
old,
hate.
gross Kelsey Grammer faces. Get some young hot bods in
And
there.
then another, you'll see as it progresses that they do even more of that in the next one.
Yeah.
I mean, that you've
They start recasting and pulling
Yeah.
in the characters that would be in X-Men 1. kind of
yeah.
thing.
I want Nightcrawler back.
Yeah, we all do, buddy.
Yeah,
but
I
too
know.
bad.
We all love
He was really good in X2, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's why X2 was rated so highly.
Yep.
Honestly,
It sure
freaking
was.
Nightcrawler.
Doesn't the plot of
Big scene.
I forgot how
Fantastic.
X2 starts. Isn't
Um,
Nightcrawler
okay,
trying to kill the president?
What's our next big talking point? We always cover.
Talk about the villain.
The villain of this movie,
I think Trask is the
Nixon.
primary.
I was about to say it's very ambivalent because it's like
Well, the Sentinels would be the main
because,
villain.
Well-
the Sentinels,
but
but Magneto and
Yeah,
them are
okay.
kind of clashing, and then Mystique's kind of on her own until the very end. She's
Yeah.
kind of like the main overarching goal.
I would
of the
agree.
is to stop her.
she's like the most antagonistic person in the movie.
yeah, because he's
And
like,
then-
stop doing this shit. She's like, I'm gonna do it.
No.
how about now? And then Trask, like you guys said, Trask, he's Peter Dinklage. He's just he's the one who's creating.
He's the villain of the past.
Yeah.
That causes the villains
I mean,
of the
he
future.
died.
Does
Yeah.
Senator
He
Kelly
did- yeah, he
exist
got
in this
assassinated
universe?
in the
The future
future that all the
Senator
things.
Kelly happens in the original trilogy, and then,
Pushes himself through that grate.
We have to get time. We have to get caught back up to that. No, Senator.
Okay,
Kelly.
so he hasn't happened yet. So
No.
Trask is like a precursor to him because he was the one that pushed the Sentinels
Yeah,
forward in the
there's
first
a
time.
whole
There's too
So
much mess to go into.
Yeah.
Just don't.
It's a matter of who had
Okay.
rights to what.
yeah, a lot of villains in this one. This movie was very, very like in your face, hard to follow, and weird.
Not hard.
It wasn't hard
Not
to follow.
really,
Well,
no.
it's just
Couldn't
like
shut up.
it's hard to follow from a lore standpoint.
Oh,
like
yeah.
with all
Time-
the
you know, you put
because
a-
of all the other freaking movies.
Because time isn't a line. It's a
The
cycle.
title almost
That's
doesn't
why
make
clocks
sense.
around.
Well, it's based on a line called Days of Future Past, which did the exact same thing to
Yeah,
the
it's
comics.
just a big mess. It is a big mess, but
Anytime time
as
travel
its
happens,
own
it's bad.
story, it is a complete thing, at least.
Yeah.
And when it came out, it was really highly regarded as one of the best X-Men to come out at that point. I
Yeah,
remember
how did you
that.
guys?
We'll-
I was going to ask
we'll-
at the beginning. What'd you guys think of this one? No one.
We'll get to that.
Oh, is
That's
that
last.
Yeah, that's our
Oh,
last.
fuck off me then.
Yeah. So what's next? Comedy?
Got him.
Action or comedy, whichever.
Let's talk about comedy.
There wasn't
There was none.
Well,
Alright,
there
go
was.
next.
I mean, yeah,
Well,
there's some.
you got comedy out of how some of them
Yeah,
died.
for
I think. About the Sentinels.
Quicksilver was put
Yeah, I
in
was
there
about to
to have
say-
some jokes.
What's his
I
name?
agree.
Evan Peters?
Yeah, I feel like Evan Peters from like
American Horror Story.
American Horror Story. That's what.
And then when he's like, you don't know me yet, but we're gonna be real good friends.
Me.
He's punching these
Yeah,
guys.
it's Logan. It's him. It's Wolverine.
Oh, and then
doing
when he
humor,
first
doing-
wakes up and he looks at the mob boss, he's like, "I didn't sleep with her." Oh wait, yes, I have many times, but not this
Yeah.
time.
Well,
Wait.
like the other films, there's a lot of like
There's
low-key humor.
Yeah,
That's
I was
not
gonna say, there's
direct.
just so much
They
plot
want a
to
serious story.
dialogue for the
Yeah.
plot. You can't.
Yeah.
It's like.
They want to get the thing going and don't want to bog it down with like, hey, here's a funny thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no
Like they
Toad
didn't even
line.
do the Wolverine middle finger claw
Yeah.
this time.
Which
And
was
Toad
it?
didn't
Was
really
it-
have any comedic moments.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
just
I mean,
kind of
he
there.
was-
Yeah,
like
they're just like it's like
all
oh, this
lumpy.
Look at this mutant,
He was in a
this fucked up
kitchen.
mutant.
He was in a kitchen.
Action? What do you guys think about action?
It looked a lot better than a lot of the other movies.
Not a lot of action. To be honest.
There was a lot of exposition.
It was,
Just
yeah, it was like a
tons.
lot of.
Oh, I
like,
mean, if
The
you-
first Wolverine fight was very much like what the original like action scenes were
Yep.
in the X-Men movies. It was like it's definitely dudes on wires flying at each other.
And then
Stadium.
The stadium.
that's
Is that comedy?
Yes, that's comedy.
that's pretty cool.
Magneto knew what he was doing when he did that.
We
And
laughed a lot during that.
for-
bit, that's for sure.
For action and like for flair, I have to give it to Magneto. Like his character always has a lot of action surrounding him.
S tier, S tier.
And all he
He
has
is
to do is
OP.
this.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
really.
I mean, got
um,
focused too.
But I don't know. I think this movie was definitely falling in between the others for action.
Yeah.
Probably on the lower side of all the movies.
Yeah,
It's not like
there's like
Wolverine's that was just constant craziness.
Yeah,
But
there's like a just like stuff like set piece like the Evan Peters when he was Quicksilver running around the room.
Yeah, the kid.
Yeah, that was
pretty
really
cool.
sick.
And then there was just like the inevitable fights where it's like you're watching Sentinels, you're like, oh yeah, they're about to just kill all of them.
Yep.
in this
And,
scene.
and for like the most part, the Sentinel stuff was just. It wasn't a fight. It was just the Sentinel shot a gun.
Yeah,
Over and over.
but they
again.
did some cool
Well,
stuff.
no,
with
I
the
mean they
mutants.
didn't just shoot him.
yeah, when they were fighting the
Yeah.
mutants towards the end and towards the middle parts or the early parts, I think the Sentinel versus the mutants were some of the coolest scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like the future.
With
yeah.
Blink.
The Blink stuff, that's
fire
awesome.
with that fire guy just
Yeah.
screaming constantly, and then
It has to hurt him.
yeah, and Warpath going, my power does not help you,
Yeah,
and just dying.
that scene and the Quicksilver scene are definitely the highlights.
What's
of
his
the movie for
name
me.
died because of his power?
Who?
I didn't know. I didn't catch his name. I don't know. X-Men.
Iceman?
No, the guy that absorbs energy.
Oh yeah,
Bishop.
the Sentinels.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah, he should have just stopped.
The
absorbing
Sentinels
energy
in
and
this,
took
the way
bullets.
that
Yeah.
the way
He
that they
absorbed too much, just exploded right there on screen.
That was pretty brutal. There was some pretty brutal death scenes.
They had what's her name? They had
was
some.
this?
Who was it? They had upside down. Like
That was
that
Warpath.
was Warpath. They
Yeah.
just lowered him into.
Yeah, just had a laser beam and just put his face down into it.
And they
Slipknot.
ripped Colossus in half.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that was
And that's the
pretty
thing is
hardcore.
like the beginning of this movie, all those people died too.
Yeah.
You got to watch them die multiple times.
What was this? Was this PG-13?
Yeah, this is
I think so.
PG
It
13.
had to be.
Yeah.
That didn't really
I mean,
have
there's
blood
no-
or nothing
there's no
like that.
blood, there's
Well,
no
it had
F-bomb.
when
Yeah.
Magneto.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Luckily,
like-
when Colossus got ripped in half,
you
he was
didn't-
metal, so it was just like breaking a
Paint.
pencil
Yeah,
or something.
I watched.
The
There was no
the
blood. There was no
original
nothing.
flashback
It just.
kind of thing. They popped Dinklage in the head, and it was just a
Oh, yeah, it
hole,
was like
there
a
no
hole.
blood.
and then
Yeah,
like he was injecting all those things
And they
into him,
cut
and he was
away,
just like
kind of thing.
Easter eggs? We can cover Easter eggs?
Yeah, Easter eggs.
Striker. Sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
moving towards that. Where
You
that's
saw
going.
Havoc's like little thing, and then when
Yeah,
you got
there-
the helmet.
Yeah, the helmet, and there's Havoc's chest piece, and
Wasp, or not
Angels-
Wasp,
Angels-
Angel's
Angel's
Wings.
Wing,
Wow, I
yeah.
want to say Wasp.
just referencing that First Class happened. They talked about
Yeah.
Cuba and what was
Yeah.
going on in that movie.
Yeah, also sweet Kennedy assassination.
I was gonna just say that Kennedy
Easter
assassination
egg.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. Kennedy was a mutant
The whole time.
the
Yeah.
whole time. He was just so hot.
We gotta figure out what Kennedy's mutant power
I bet it was just to like make people like
It's
you.
about a power of
Yeah.
persuasion.
It was just like-
yeah.
Maybe it's like Purple Man. He walks in and he convinces you to do whatever you want by talking.
This is how
He's
Kennedy.
gotta do this though.
I wish we'd found out like Nixon had a power and he was like, oh.
My nose has all my power.
If I had the powers of
He's
being
like-
in a jar.
And then at the end, at the post-credit scene, it's like they
Oh.
very obviously set up for X-Men Apocalypse.
Magneto.
Wait
Got
till
the
you see
4
Apocalypse and see the end
They
credit
got
for
the
that
4
one.
horsemen going in the background.
Shut up,
and
just
they
saying.
got the blue kid out there building pyramids.
People out there
Yeah.
chanting,
Yep.
fucking nuts.
In
Took
the
about an hour to get there after the movie ended.
It was like in the theater they did like a couple rounds of them saying whatever they were saying in their native language,
Uh-huh.
and then they added subtitles, and it was just Apocalypse.
Yeah,
Okay.
they had. Yeah. They had. People would have been like,
Yeah, it's like
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm,
What
I'm,
did they
ex-
say?
I'm
I
actually
can't-
really excited for that movie. I hope it doesn't fall flat. I know you
Yeah.
guys have told
Oh,
me
it's
about
really-
it. Not as
It's
crazy.
It's not. It
but-
doesn't fall flat. I mean, it's not as good.
It's
decent.
It came
it's
out.
decent, yeah.
The films it had to compete with when it came out were Civil War.
all right.
I'm trying to remember because there were 3 of them.
I mean, yeah,
Batman
really all you
versus
need is
Superman,
that.
That was the other one, yeah.
Batman
Batman
versus
Superman,
came out
Civil
earlier.
War.
Superman probably like the pop
helped
tier,
it if
though.
anything.
Yeah, right.
And
But, I mean, come on. Apocalypse is like.
And Guardians would have come out earlier that year.
I feel like
Apocalypse is the Thanos. He's the
they
dark
did
side.
enough, like,
no, Apocalypse
OP
is.
shine in it is the only thing.
He's not the same power
Yeah.
level as Thanos.
I thought he was like super
pretty
OP.
good.
He's
He is, but
not purple. He's blue.
yeah, he's blue.
Well, it depends on what camera angle you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going into
When I
this.
looked at the screen, he was purple.
Yeah, he does look purple.
Oh, we're gonna do the
Colors the
Yanny,
dress.
the Yanny and Laurel thing. Yanny,
You know what I was
Laurel.
thinking of? The
Oh.
people who heard Yanny are the same people who heard Starbucks Lovers in Blank Space.
Huh?
All
And
right,
it's true.
she's
But I
getting
hate
into
all-
some Taylor Swift lore here.
Anyway,
All right, what do we got left, Levi?
So now, I mean, all that's left is to rank it among
Chase,
the others.
say what you were gonna say earlier.
I don't remember.
How did you like it? Or
Yeah.
whatever?
Oh yeah,
Out of 12.
yeah. How did you guys like it?
Okay.
I really like this movie.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. I don't like
I-
the way it tore down
yeah.
the other stuff. But...
Yeah, that's
5-7.
fair.
So he's 5 out of 7. What does that translate
Oh
to 12?
crap! What's that out of 12?
You do double 12. That's 7, 14.
Well, she can only rate it at. She only caught the
14.
last 45 minutes.
Minus
She goes from
1.
12, you
She
know.
can only rate the last 45.
That's like a 9 out of 12.
Like
Something
a
like
9
that.
out of 12? Okay.
It's pretty good.
So I'm gonna do this a little bit different way and not do the number thing. I know we can do that for ourselves kind of thing, but
Don't take this from me, Levi.
this is how I think that it'd be best to do this. Did you think it was better than the Wolverine,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, obviously.
X-Men,
Probably.
yeah,
The
I think
Last
it's the
Stand,
best one.
yes,
I think it's the best one.
X2?
yes.
I don't know.
Debatable.
X2
I
is
was gonna
pretty
say,
good.
We just show of hands for the top 3,
I
right?
can't answer any of this.
Yeah, I didn't vote on it.
X2?
I like the X2.
You think it's better than that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is my favorite one so far.
Origins? Anyone think it's better than Origins?
What happened in Origins?
Origins Wolverine got his
Set up
powers.
that
Shitty
They blew
Deadpool.
up
Yeah,
yeah.
shitty
Cuban
Deadpool.
Missile Crisis, and,
Hey.
they started.
Oh,
Have you guys seen
Origins.
Deadpool 2
Sorry, I
yet?
was thinking of-
No.
That's
sorry.
First Class.
Have you seen what?
Yeah, I was getting
I'll
fucked
get you
up.
in a minute.
I think I like First Class more, honestly.
Yeah.
I do think I like First Class more.
I think.
Uh,
Which one
This,
had
just,
Nightcrawler?
this one's just
X2.
like
This
so.
one's
convoluted.
This one's very packed with shit to unpack.
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
gotta sit around and think about it like this.
I've explained the timeline multiple times.
Below X2 for
I
me.
give it an 8 out of 12.
It's not that
like
complicated to
X2.
follow.
8 out of 12 as well.
What I give First Class?
I don't know.
Lee, who the fuck
I
knows
don't
what
know.
any of us gave
I
anything?
just put whatever the Q
I'm gonna
was.
say
score was.
9.5 out of 12.
What?
You gave First Class like a 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
9.5 out of 12.
I think like 8 or 8.5.
Yeah, I'd say 8.
I can't. I'd have to rate all of them in my head to give this one a number 2. So I just think I think I like the Origins better and
First Class.
First Class rather. And I think I probably like
X2
X2.
had
I think I
Nightcrawler,
like
You have to
man.
rewatch X2.
Honestly,
And that's the
Probably.
thing. In X2, you get exposition from Storm at all. She's
Yeah.
a character and
Yeah.
not just in the background.
Yeah.
I don't remember the names of the ones I've seen, but I can tell you what they were about. One where what's her name? The redheaded lady?
Scarlet Witch.
Jean.
Gray, she dies. I saw
That's
that
three.
the third
one. I
one.
didn't like that one.
You're talking about you're talking about where she's like about to explode and
Yeah.
Wolverine's like trying to get
And
to her. Yeah.
Wolverine goes.
What was that?
That's
That's
three.
X-Men.
That's
Three.
that's
Didn't like that
That's
one.
Terrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's our middle point.
that's my least favorite X-Men movie.
Apocalypse was cool.
We're not there yet.
Okay,
I
yeah.
know. But this one,
Do you think it was better than
I even though I
Apocalypse?
only caught
I
like
was
the
about to say,
last
have you
end
seen
of
it
it,
before?
but like, yeah.
So there we are. What,
All right,
it's,
well.
it's like a right around X2.
Yes, I'm gonna put it. I'm
So
gonna
probably
put it,
6 out of
I'm
12.
gonna put it after X2, just because everyone fucking likes Nightcrawler.
I just think X2 is just a pretty like
It's a movie.
X-Men. It's like
It was the
super
best of
X-Men.
those three
Yeah.
original.
It feels like the X-Men TV show.
It's like the quintessential like X-Men. It's like you
Yeah,
like
it
X-Men,
felt,
you like
yeah.
X2.
Yeah,
The
it's
first
the
one
Last
kind of
Stand,
felt like
right?
more
That's
of a
what it's called.
setup.
Last
Personally,
Stand was the third one.
I thought, X3 Last Stand?
Yeah.
I thought X2 was. What is it called?
X-Men United. It's X2 X-Men United.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I personally I'd give it about like an 8 out of 12.
Okay,
8 out of 12. So yeah,
we're
same with us.
Sitting about the same.
Sweet!
99.5.
So, our new ranking: number 1, First Class; number 2, Origins; number 3, X2, remaining in the top 3.
Damn.
4, Days of Future Past; 5, Last Stand; 6, X-Men; 7, The Wolverine.
Wait, what was the second one again? What was number 2?
I really hate the one.
X-Men
Origins.
God damn it, you guys.
Wolverine gets all his powers and stuff.
Sabretooth is so fucking good in that movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it's-
is. He's
it's-
really cool.
Yeah, I
The
agree.
villain sells that movie.
It's sad
Yeah.
they never brought him back to do it again. that
Hey,
I know of.
he's
so
a
has
good
anybody
actor.
seen Deadpool 2 yet?
No.
I have.
Oh yeah. So the shitty Deadpool never happened.
Yeah, yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, they Days of Future Past it.
Yeah, they did. It's yep.
Alright.
That's it.
We're done here.
Alright.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh my
Goodbye.
God, people fucking just watch our videos.
That ends
Like, all right, getting ready.
like,